Hey everybody, this is Shawn Powell. It is actually August the 29th. Matter of fact, just like it says here, August 29th. It is 2024. And though today is going to be a 96-degree day, it is actually right around the corner. You know, the fair starts coming here in North Carolina. The kids just went back to school. Matter of fact, that's what my post is talking about. And, you know, you got the holidays coming around the corner. And then on top of that, y'all, you've got, well, even just school itself, but the heating bills and everything else go with it, all the new clothes you had to buy, and things of that nature, y'all. Every year in August and September, specifically right now, when school sets back in, this is when everybody starts looking online. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about why now is the time, right? Now, this is my little boy right here. He's 17 years old. First day of school for Adam, took him to his favorite Mexican restaurant. And first day for me getting back into the swing of things. Might be time for you to take online business a little more seriously. Get into commissions that actually do change your life and pay the bills. Those are $2,000 commissions that are scrolling back here in the back. And I'm on, because Exitus Elite has a $2,000 commission, a $1,000, a $500, a $250, and a $100. I'm going to scroll some of these 1000s in just a second while we talk about online business and why you need to be doing these larger businesses. Whoever's watching this right now, you probably have done online business prior to this. And y'all, if you don't know, Exitus Elite, y'all, I've been with them since August the 1st of 2016. I couldn't be happier. This is literally, I'm working on my 9th year inside this 10-year-old business, or actually it's probably an 11-year-old business since 2014. No, it's 10 years old. It's a 10-year-old business. And I could not be happier. The best owner I've ever seen. So I'm going to be showing you some proofs of income and things of that nature, y'all. Some of the bonuses for coming into the Exitus Elite with me as well. I'm going to talk about what makes Exitus Elite great. This is a team sales page that I've created. My newest member that just came in is William Finn. So congratulations, William. We're glad you're here, buddy. I've already congratulated him into the private Facebook group for Exitus Elite. We've got a private chat with about 50 members, somewhere roughly like that. I usually say 50. I've never really got a count, but somewhere in the ballpark, it's got to be close to 50, where he has access to not just me, but has access to Michael, access to Matthew, and all these other fellows that have been with Exitus Elite. Some of these guys have followed me since February of 2015, when I literally pretty much got started in online business, and we're still staying together, working and helping each other out. I help his team, his downline, whoever, whatever, and he does the vice versa for me as well. I'm actually getting ready to go. If it looks like I'm wearing, you know, some clothes to go to the beach, we are going to the lake house as soon as my girlfriend gets off work today, and we'll probably be there for the whole weekend. Probably going to take the boat out. She's got some family that's coming, and it's the first time I've met her cousin's husband. So we'll probably be out on the boat and have some fun and stuff like that. So that's what's planned for this weekend. And so I'm going to go ahead and do these videos and let them do the work for me over the weekend while I'm out having fun, y'all. So let's go ahead and get some of these commissions rolling, because I had the 2000s. I'll scroll the 1000s. How about that? That's about the right speed right here. That'll work. Okay. So when I first got in online business, y'all, we're going to talk about why you probably need to be looking at online business. I had been in restaurants for 26 years. As a matter of fact, in North Carolina, I have a restaurant that was on I-40. I was there for 13 years, called Smithfield Chicken and Barbecue. If you've never actually heard of Smithfield's, I don't know if you have or not. But it's, I'm not going to say I really enjoyed it. I enjoy the people. You know, as far as restaurants go, no matter what restaurant you're doing, it's all basically about the same. You know, dealing with the customers, dealing with the employees, babysitting sometimes is basically what it amounts to. And I got where I was really burned out, y'all. I was working every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday over 40 hours, 42 hours in just those 3 days alone. And that's not the whole week, you know. That was just those Thursday, Friday, and Saturday alone. And I knew I didn't have anything to change it. You know, I wasn't broke when I got into online business, but at the same time, who was I comparing myself to? The employees that work with me, I was working more hours than them. You know, so I was making more money than them. My house and everything, I had a house, I had like a little car, a little truck. But the most money I'd ever had sitting in the bank was $15,000 ever. and it really, I felt like everything was doing okay, right? I, a long time ago, had first built my very first computer, and I always thought it'd be cool to do, because online business, something with money. I didn't know if it was eBay or whatever it was. So we dabbled in eBay years ago and did pretty good selling furniture, believe it or not. So I had a little bit of, something with that, but I always wanted to do something with online business. I felt like it was something there. My dad, when I was about 19 years old, was in Amway. And I got to meet some very sharp people. I didn't make any money. I was way too broke every time, or anything. But I read so many awesome books that taught you how to think correctly. And it kind of stayed dormant inside my head. It set me on fire as a kid. I was having more people at the meetings than anybody. It was kind of impressive, but I was using my restaurant, because I was already general manager of a restaurant at the time. I was even in my teens, a Pizza Village in Mount Olive. So I was using that to help me get people, because I using my influence around the customers and stuff like that. So people would listen to me. They'd show up at these meetings. And I did have a guy one time. He was real impressed with the fact that I had so many people there at the weekly meeting. And I was so young compared to everybody else. I had more people than anybody. And he come up to me. He's like, "You do what I do, and you'll have what I have." And I think that always kind of stuck in my head as well. This guy was retired. He was in his early 30s. Well, to move up to closer to now in the time, my son got sick. He went in the hospital had to take him to Chapel Hill. He was there. He was there for 5 days. He might have stayed 6. I can't remember. It was 5 full days. He had tubes run down his nose and to his stomach, and they wouldn't let him eat anything at all. And he had a lot of bowel issues ever since he was a baby, just constant, problems. It was getting to the point we were supposed to go on vacation, and we couldn't go. And I had already booked a place at Myrtle Beach because he was that bad. And I was like, okay, we got to do something. So left, went to Chapel Hill, and was not planning on him staying. Had no idea he was going to be there. I didn't ever leave him. I didn't have no clothes except the clothes I had on. They gave me scrubs to wear. And while I was there, I grew my very first beard, because I had gone without, I didn't have anything to shave or anything. And my little boy said he liked it, right? So I was like, I tell you what, if you do really good, because there's some big stuff going on for a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, something like that. And I was like, you do really good, I will keep my beard. I'll grow a beard out for you, right? So that's what I did. I kept my promise. And so I didn't have a beard before he got sick and was in the hospital, right? So the things you do, right? Well, I kind of like my beard, and I kept it. I always thought my uncles had really cool beards when they were gray. So I was really looking forward to when my beard actually got some gray in it. And when I got older, I figured I'd probably go for that Shawn Connery look or something. I don't know what I say. So sometimes I let it get thick, and then I cut it down, trim it down, and back and forth, stuff like that. All right. There was $11,000 worth of medical bills that popped up in no time, right? And so I come home, and I was like, you know what? I really need to start looking. So I typed in maybe like online business, or so I don't know what I typed in. And I don't think I found anything at all. And for about a week or two later, I went to work just like normal, And you know how YouTube is. It'll save a search or something. So next time you log on, you might not be searching for it, but it'll give as a suggestion. And there was this guy, older guy, and he was standing real far behind. I mean, we could barely even see him in the picture, right? He was like behind the couch, kind of thing. And I was like, well, what is Grandpa talking about? You know what I'm saying? But he said a few things, y'all, that it made me wonder. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. It made me wonder, and I wanted to go down that rabbit hole to find out what was going on. So I jumped in. I went and took a look at it. Was very impressed. It was a $33 business. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something. I didn't want no monthly payments or anything. This wasn't going to be either. So I jumped in at that $33 business and just took off. And I didn't even know, I was so green, I did not even know how to get back to this guy. And I wanted to join it up underneath him. So I remembered the name of the business. So I went online and looked, and I found some web pages, and I found a really sharp guy from Tennessee. He got free from a job in 2 years' time. Well, that was my whole objective. You know, and if you don't know, y'all, what really fed me the most to make me want to keep going in online business was my little boy. It was just me and him, right? I was a single full-time dad working 60, 65 hours a week in a restaurant, no end in sight. But it was also because of him going to his, he'd have field trips and stuff like that, and I couldn't be part of it. Now, every day I was off from work, I'm going to tell you, we was Chuck E. Cheese. We were going to Jungle Rapids, you know, water parks, anywhere and everywhere. So to the point that I didn't even cut my own grass. I had a brand new mower sitting in my shop, and I wouldn't cut my own grass because I couldn't waste my time on my day off for an hour of cutting grass, not including getting cleaned up and then going. You know, our days off were about connecting and having fun with each other, right? So anyhow, I went down the rabbit hole. I got started. I signed up with this other guy. He had already left his business, so he made the $33 commission. He left his business and went somewhere else, right? He was doing something else. And I guess also knew I was a little mad about that, right? Because here I am, I'm joining this guy. I wanted this business. He's trying to push me on to something else. And I'm not knocking him for it. He's a good guy. He did really good in the leaderboards for the business I had signed up for. So anyhow, I had to learn how to do everything on my own, right? Because I really didn't have a sponsor. But I was so excited. And I had so much excitement and enthusiasm that I hit the ground running so hard, and it was going to be no end in sight. I felt like I had no ceiling at all. So I got out there, man. I didn't know what I was doing, yet I was still applying action. At this moment, I had gotten free from a job in 6 months' time using just Facebook and an old S3 phone. And you know, people are telling me Facebook isn't the way to go anymore. But I was sitting there thinking, man, there's a billion people. If I get these people to connect with me, I don't see it not working, y'all. There's just no way it's not going to work. So I got out there and I started hammering away, and my lead numbers went up, y'all. I remember I was still working, you know. I was getting 30 plus leads a day by posting in the morning time. Now, we used to use auto posters, right? Well, that was good for a little while, but Facebook got onto that. So you had to stop using auto posters. So when I got free from the job, which was May 7th, 2015, I came home and I focused at just that $33 business. I had signed up for Power Lead Systems. I didn't even really know what it was. I was getting paid with it, but I wasn't using my own tools yet or anything like that. You know, I didn't understand what it was really about. It was in this sales funnel that I signed up with. It's called Automated Wealth Network, where they had My Cash freebies in the front and Power Lead Systems as the back end, the bigger business, right? So I was getting a lot of $100 commissions. I had people signing up. I got over like 50 new members a month into Power Lead Systems. These are $53, monthly payments, and you get 20 of it yourself. And then if they sign up under Diamond or Platinum or whatever those were, you get $100 or full $100. So I was making commissions on a regular basis with these $100 commissions, and I only had that $33 business up there in the front, right? So I was averaging 300 and 350 members a month. Anyhow, that was a lady. I had gotten free from a job, so thank God for that, y'all. But there was this lady who was on the leaderboard, but she was right much further down, and she was making about $7,000 a month and in the business. And I knew I was a better marketer, not knocking anybody. I was just, I knew, how much excitement, enthusiasm I had. I understood that branding myself and letting these people connect with me was so important. And all this came back because of the Amway days, right? So I got a lot of seniors that were connecting with me because of me doing, learning to think that way. And a lot of seniors have been around, since, doing Amway days and stuff like that. So I talked about sacrifice, belief, commitment, things of that nature, and really resonated with a lot of seniors. So I wound up getting a lot of seniors inside these businesses with me. Well, number one in the world, y'all, and here's the ironic part. The guy who was number one at the time inside of Automated Wealth Network was the grandpa that was way behind the couch, right? So I wound up really becoming really good friends. His name was Chuck Boley. He passed away about a year later. And he was doing YouTube. And that was his only way of getting out to people. Well, I was doing Facebook, and I was number 2, and he was number 1. And we were blowing everybody else out, right? Even the owners of the business was way down below us. So they had an interview one time, and Chuck, and his videos are like 30 minutes long, and most people's videos are really short. And they were like, hey, Chuck, you don't supposed to do videos that long. You're supposed to be, after 4 minutes in YouTube, you start having drop off, right? He's like, yes. He says, but you know what? Sometimes I don't even get rolling until 15, 20 minutes into a video. I said, and he's like, and I want these people to connect with me. He's like, almost anybody that watches the entire videos are the ones that wind up joining me, right? And I was like, you know what? That's something that I can see me doing. It could resonate with me because being that same way. I just sit down, mash record, I let go. I hadn't done YouTube yet. I was focusing on Facebook. Well, shortly after, I was number 2. He was number 1. It was on my dad's birthday, June 13th. I went up going number 1 into business on June 13th, and I stayed number 1 until the last day I was there until I left, right? So listen to this. I got up about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I looked up. Chuck Belay was about 50 sign-ups above me. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go crazy. So I sat down. I mean, I was getting out to people like crazy on Facebook, just nailing it, right? Well, I wound up going right on up to lunchtime. I put in over 50 people, and this is a free to sign up business. So please understand, about 1 out of every 4 went active. I was making good money, but I was spinning my wheels. You know what I'm saying? I was doing the wrong business right is still the wrong business. And I've said this so many times, exactly what this company taught me. So I looked at there, and every person I put in, I was going as hard as I could. Chuck had matched me. So in other words, he was still staying in front of me. I might have caught up a little bit, but he was up there. So I had talked to Chuck once or twice before, and it was about 1 o'clock in the evening. And I would take breaks, between posting and answering people and stuff like that, and helping people come into the business. So about 1 o'clock in the evening time, it dies down really hard on the East Coast. So between 1 and about 4 or 5 o'clock, I would go get me and my son to go eat. We'll go to the park, whatever we wanted to do, playing around, stuff like give him attention, watch whatever he wanted to watch on TV. That was our normal routines, every day together. So I called Chuck Belay at 1 o'clock, and I was like, Chuck, what are you doing? I was like, man, I cannot believe, because I came in this morning and said to catch you, and you walked away from me. You're matching me my exact same speed. And he had been in the hospital for like a long time, over a week. And I had no idea. Now, he had severe heart issues, right? Now, like I said, he wound up passing away because of his health. But I had no idea. So I was literally fighting his residual from YouTube. Now, I'm not going to say I couldn't get more people with Facebook. With free and cheap, they love it. Cheap is $33 or free to sign up to. Man, people love that stuff. Then I'd put them in the Facebook group, and they'll see me being just a beast inside of here. And they always felt like they had the right kind of sponsor, and bam, they would go active. About 1 out of every 4. And the ones that really wanted to do it and set up the whole sales funnel went Power Lead Systems as well. So I wound up getting that sale from Power Lead Systems also. So basically, that's what happened, right, inside this business. But I had realized how much power was behind YouTube. Now, I did go to number 1, and I stayed there. And at times I doubled second place using just Facebook. But first place, looks like my phone, the thing's about to die. Okay, my screen got dark. But my first place was, before me was YouTube. I was in second place. Third, fourth, and fifth place were all YouTube. And they all had a pretty good following. And I was like, you know what? When I leave this business, I'm going to focus it only YouTube alone and just start getting out to people that way. So that's exactly what I did. So I hit YouTube and got into another business. And within the first 90 days, I was already making $10,000 to $13,000 a month. And all I was doing was YouTube. I literally just put down my phone from Facebook. That wasn't what I was going to do anymore. I didn't have a really good laptop. I had an old gaming PC, but didn't have a little, camera up here. So I had gone to the pawn shop for $165. Bought this really shiny, you've seen them red Hewitt Packards, before, HP, and it worked good for a while, but the fan started acting up, so I had to take a screwdriver and stick it in the side when I was using it, so that the fan wouldn't hit it. I could not get inside to replace it, with the parts. So I just fixed it. And I made YouTube videos that very way. So I actually went to six-figure income with nothing but a $4 stand, my old S3 $250 phone, and a $165 laptop that I bought used from a pawn shop. And until 2016, when I got into Exitus Elite and the big money started coming in, this is, to me, I call it maturing. You know what I'm saying? I really needed to mature from getting into a business so it wasn't going to take much money, $33, and then going from there to making life-changing income where you got $1,000, $2,000. Now, look, this one right here, just one. And I showed you the earlier I had the 2,000. I don't think I let it scroll that long, but it was up there earlier, right? No, $1,000, $2,000 commissions. Why is that not going to help you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody in this year, in the last couple of years, last 3 or 4 years, where the economy is crazy it is, like the gas prices. And here's the thing, y'all, I did restaurants for a long time, so I have a very good understanding of how gas affects things. So let's say at a restaurant, they charge us more because gas goes up. So delivery is what you actually help having to pay more for. Their delivery to them, and then from them to us. So cheese and meats, chicken, whatever, all the prices wind up going up in the process. Now, here's the thing: once it goes up, we have to jack our price up to match it, right? But here's the thing: if the prices ever go back down, the prices on the wall do not. It is now inflated to this new price right here, and it stays that way. You don't go in a restaurant and say, oh, look, it's cheaper now than it was 6 months ago. It doesn't happen. Now, they may have a special or something, but I'm talking about the actual just base prices. Once the prices go up, it don't go back down. And that's exactly what I saw inside the restaurant business. So let me get over here. Let me look at something else for a little while. So anyhow, I know what the economy is like right now. I know that I just left Dollar General a few minutes ago. We're going to go, to the lake house for the weekend. I want to make sure my son has the things he wants. What used to be $4 pizzas are now $8 pizzas. The exact same pizzas. There's nothing different about them. That was just, 2-3 years ago, y'all. That's ridiculous. And when I was talking about the price of the pizzas over there, she was talking about eggs are almost $5 for eggs. This is crazy, y'all. And to tell you the truth, y'all, if I was doing a $33 business, man, you'd be spinning your wheels like crazy. The number of people you have to put in this. Where, honestly, y'all, this is my routine. I sit down, I mass record, I tell people what I think. I try to loosely put together what I'm going to talk about. This is a picture of me and my little boy. It's like, you know what? Now is the time. Y'all need to take this time to really understand why now is the time. That's why I told you about schools going in, things of that nature. This isn't a one-time thing. This is every year. August, September, it picks up. Now, what I learned using Facebook, I will tell you one good thing about, man, it was like having my finger on the pulse all the time as far as leads and understanding this. So, my lead numbers with Facebook and posting in the groups with really good posts, writing things that meant something, I would try it out there and see what happened. If it worked, great. If it didn't, I didn't care. I'm just learning from it. And then I would take the post that worked good, the ads and the stuff I had created, and put it in my bag of arsenals. And I wouldn't use that one every day, but I would use the rotation of good ones I have created. So in other words, it might have took me 20 or 30 of them to get 4 or 5, but this 4 or 5 was awesome. And then I learned from it. You understand what I'm saying? Applying action is going to teach you more than anything, period. I promise you that. So that's what I did. Now, I had gotten to the point to where I was posting all day long and getting anywhere from 50 to 100 plus leads a day. I remember one day I got 119 leads. But if I posted every day, I had posts from yesterday and the day before that overrode a little bit. So my post wasn't all from today. Some of that was from the older posts. They haven't disappeared yet. You know what I'm saying? So even on my day off, I could wind up getting, in other words, if I took an entire day off, I could wind up getting an overflow of 30 to 40 leads from just my day off because of all the work I had done previously, right? So that means I had a pretty good finger on the pulse. I knew what time to post, what time not to post. If somebody asked a question, I wouldn't answer it between 1 and 4, not because I was on break, it's because I wanted to bring the post back to the top at a time when people were watching. So, and these are the things I was teaching. So if somebody asks for information, great, but don't just go to them. I want my post to come back to the top of that Facebook group, and by having that information, typed in, it'll do that. So I wanted to do it at hotter times. And these are just some of the things that I taught in some of my Facebook as well. So, and it would get that ball rolling again, right? So it was managing your posts is basically what it amounted to, and writing good answers so people have someone that can tell that they got some sense, but believe in what they were doing, and always had a picture like me and my little boy, or me and my girlfriend, or whatever, me on the boat, whatever it's going to be, was going to be posted, because I want these people to connect with me. Now, after June, May and June was good until the mid of June. And that's when almost everybody seemed like it just stops. The same amount of leads I got the day before schools let out would be cut in half. So come June, July, and even right up to August, if I was going to take a break, and I'm not saying I quit making videos altogether now, but I do know that less people are watching. It's pretty weather. People are outside. They're vacationing. They're doing like we're doing when I go to the boat, when I go to the lake house like we're doing now. Things of that nature, y'all. People just are at home. Now, after Labor Day, everything really comes back in, starts honing in severely. And I know that because on I-40, everybody with boats used to bring the boats back home. You understand what I'm saying? It's because they were done with the season, and that's when everything really comes back into it. So I had learned that has plays a factor. Secondly, when we got something happening, let's say if there's a storm or whatever, and a lot of the United States is just is dark and gloomy. It's a lot of rain taking place on the East Coast, West Coast, and it's a Sunday, man. You can wind up getting a ridiculous amount of leads. So there were certain times that were really good to be getting back online and to be focusing in front of people. So me doing Facebook taught me all that stuff. So everything happens for a reason, but I would not have learned without me getting out there and applying action and doing that very thing. So I want you to understand also, why I do certain things like I do. And I said that was my last video. As a matter of fact, I actually talked about that, why I do the things I do. I will sit down and make, let's say, 3 or 4 videos back to back, and then I won't edit any of them until I'm done with all 3 or 4 of them. And then I will pick the one I like. Usually it's the last one, because my first one, like this one's a little bit longer. The rest of them have a tendency to be a little bit shorter, right? So I pick the one I like the best, and that's usually when I got rolling. And I'll take that video, and I'll go ahead and edit it real quick, and then I'll post it today to YouTube. Tomorrow, I would post it to Facebook. I'll see what happens, answer questions, whatever, see if my phone's going off. It's already gone off a couple times. I never answer the phone while I'm doing this, but this is about the only time I do turn it down. Any other time, I'll answer the phone right from the get-go, So what I'll do then is I'll wait a day or two, and then I'll put that second video, go ahead and edit it. Now, I make all my thumbnails. I'll show you what my thumbnails look like here. Okay, I make all these thumbnails that I've got right here. Scroll just a little bit. I make all my thumbnails with my phone so that I can go out. Me and my girlfriend could be going to the lake house or wherever we're going, and I'm not trapped here in the house. And I use software called Pixel Lab so that I can make these thumbnails and continue to live my life. I've already edited that video. I processed it. It's even uploaded. I've just got it sitting here waiting for me to get the thumbnail done, figure out what I'm going to title it, and then put it in there, and bam, it's done. Now, that, again, will be at YouTube. The next day, I'm going to put it to Facebook, and then I'm going to answer questions in any from the previous days before, and then I'm going to do it again. So now I've got, 4 videos that'll last me up to 8 days, and it only took me maybe about 2 hours worth of work, let's say on a Monday, or whatever day it was, and for the rest of the week, I can come and go as I please, only managing answering the phone, and people in Facebook and stuff like that. I do post maybe once or twice a day on the Facebook because I want these people to connect with me. Again, and those will look about like this, something like this, where I have my little boy part of it. Let's see if anybody's surprised if I didn't have any kind of things. Well, nothing yet up here. I just posted it not long ago. So I'll come back over here real quick. And so my posts on Facebook are with pictures. I have videos up here as well. My newest video from yesterday I just posted right here. Down below it, motivational things I might put up here just like this. Say I want 10K and make it happen, get motivational thing. There's William Finn, the guy that just came in. He actually putting a like and stuff of that nature. Y'all, I mean, this is really what it's about. Now, I told you my routine. I told you the software I even used, the videos I use is actually called Camtasia. I'm very artistic. You only use your strengths, whatever they are. And there's nothing wrong with paid advertising. Now, please understand that. People ask me this all the time. I just want people to connect with me because I understand, because my old school Amway thinking, the books I read, because I believe in something. I sit down on master record and just let go and let these people connect with me. I give you the answers all the time, and you just got to read between the lines and say, hey, if this guy is working, he's been free from a job for going on 10 years now, maybe he's got something that he's doing that's right. You understand what I'm saying? So just watch what I'm doing. Not always about, to me, and I will say this about, I've done videos talking about this, when you go to a leader that's been free from a job or something like that, y'all, don't always listen to what he says, watch what he's doing. Because often they're not the same thing. Especially if somebody's trying to push you, what, go buy traffic, blah, blah, blah. Well, actually what they're doing is they're making money off the traffic itself. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I grant you, I've got Udemy, 15% commissions, but these people are like pushing the mess out of it kind of thing. In my opinion, letting these people connect with you, whatever way you get out to people is what's going to do it. Now, getting out of that small $33 business and getting into something that's life-changing and something that you can trust. Exitus Elite is 10 years old, y'all. I mean, just to let you know. The owner is the best owner I have seen. Support has been the best support I've ever had. I've been in businesses where I was number 1, number 2 in the world and had to leave because support wasn't there for my people. Or they might have been there for me, but they were going to be for my people. And I can't have that. So I literally had to leave. And so when I come to looking at a new business, I look at the big picture itself. And Exitus Elite, y'all, I want you to understand, we get paid immediately. We always make 100% commissions. Over 90% of the people who come into Exitus Elite come in at the $1,000 or higher level. We do have the 100, the 250, and the 500 level also. And you come in at whatever level you can, y'all. Please understand that. But at the same time, I do want to give people incentives. So I put your first member in for you at the G1000, T2000. We're going to get you qualified as quickly as possible, immediately if I can, so that every person, every commission you make will be yours. William is the newest guy that came in. He's already qualified so that if today he winds up getting somebody in, it's going to be his money. Now, if William would have gone with anybody else, that money would have been a pass-up to his sponsor. And I shoot myself in the foot because think about it. William's new person would not only be my commission, it'd be my person, right? You're only supposed to give up at one person at your highest level. So William's person would be mine. And then that person, let's say if that person got in Steve, then Steve would be mine. And then Steve's first person. So I literally cut off one of my legs with potential growth going down. But it's one of the biggest gifts I can give to my team, in my opinion, is by getting them going so that every person, every commission they make will be theirs. Even when you come at the highest levels, y'all, G2000, the G1000, G500, G250, and G100 all come with it. And there is no pass up at any level, because if you come in with me, it's going to be taken care of. But if you go with somebody else, you're going to lose that top one. But all the other ones, there's no pass up. You only have one pass up ever at your highest level. Paul Stevenson is attainable at any time you need to reach out to him. Even my team sales page right here that I created, y'all, I used the blues and the grays because that's what, kind of the theme for Exitus Elite. Secondly, on top of it, it just is always matching and spinning my favorite colors. That's why I build all my framing and everything to match everything I do inside of Exitus Elite. But y'all, I will tell you this. This page right by itself would cost you $20 a month because I've seen it. Just to have a team sales page that's created, somewhere else. And I give it free just for people coming into my business. And what I'll do is I'll go down here, and this is talking about, it's a 6-minute video from the company, and I got a minute and a half in the front of it showing me making a couple of commissions that just came in, right? Secondly, come right here, this is a PowerPoint explaining the business in full detail. And I showed pictures of our 40-foot yacht, the little Jaguar, things. All this was paid by Exitus Elite and what it means to me and my little boy, right? Now, down here, I've got a 90-year top producer thoughts in 2024, and it has a picture of me and my son. And I'm talking about what it's meant, for him. For more than half his life, his dad's been home. I've been free from a job. How close were we? This was us going to Olive Garden and to the movie theaters. We went and watched Deadpool recently. We're going to go watch Beetlejuice when it comes out. And we got another movie called Terrifier 3, those horror movies that come out in October. So we are trying, keeping together even at 17 years old, just like he was when he was 7 years old. It's been pretty awesome, y'all. So all this will take you to testimonials. And if you do a testimony, you can send it to Paul and Jacob, and they could potentially even put it in so that when they go there, you actually see your own testimonials as well. This is about the Genesis packages. Join Exitus Elite now is right here. That's going to be a picture of me and my little boy, but at the same time, you could have a picture of you on your boat or out at the beach, whatever, you and your wife, you and your grandkids, you and your kids, whatever. I put that picture here for you. It's going to put your name up here. If you're a G1000, it's going to say G1000, G2000, whatever, and it's going to have your information to connect with them. And down here, y'all, is Udemy. Let's see if Udemy has made any money today. I told you about Udemy, right? Udemy is a place that people go. So I've got $25.15. I got $80.53 sitting here. So I could pay right now and send $25 myself. I usually let it build up, $50, $100, something like that, and then flush it to me. But I have no idea where this money's coming from. I have no idea who it is that's buying traffic at this time. It don't even matter. I've had months, y'all, where I get literally $1,200 to $1,700 from just Udemy alone, and I couldn't be happier than having it inside of our system. Now, the reason I put it here is because a lot of people want to do paid advertising. William just recently come in and said he wanted to do paid advertising. So he signs up for free. You get the link from Udemy, hands it to me, and then on his page I created, I put his link in there, send him his link to his page, and now his page is complete. The only way I get sales from Udemy is because I have posted it inside of a team sales page like this for years, right? Now, I've actually been in the top 3 sellers of Udemy, and again, I don't even do paid advertising. I'm not against paid advertising. I just prefer to sit down and mash record and let these people connect with me on YouTube and Facebook. That's my preference. I tell people all the time, pick one way to get out to people and master that way. And knowing you're not going to quit and use your strengths. So I use my art capabilities. I use me doing videos because I believe in what I'm doing. I apply a lot of action. I give answers out, and I want people to connect with me. And this is what I'm doing every step of the way. And I lead by example, y'all. So if I make a page, why would I not want to give it to my team? So I do. So I got my team sales page. Now, I have other pages, and I use Power Lead Systems because I've been with them for 10 years to make these pages for me. Now, this page right here is called What Makes Exitus Elite Great, right? So you see me do it in videos all the time. I'll blow it up just like this, and we'll start talking about the bullet points real quick. We have the best comp plan ever, awesome one-up, a ridiculous low admin fee. For me to make all those thousands non-stop, I didn't even hit the bottom of that one page, is only $299 one time. I paid for that many years ago, right? Now, when they upgraded to the G2000, which has only been about 3 years, if you noticed earlier, the G2000 was sitting, up here. I was showing you those. I had to only pay the difference between the $299 and the $399, so it was $100. And all those G2000s only cost me the $100 extra from the $299. Or if I would have bought just straight, if the G2000 had been on day one, it would have been $399. So look at the money that you're giving to Exitus Elite, and the amount of money that you can make in the process is ridiculous. That's why I say ridiculous low admin fee. We get paid immediately, 100% commissions every time. We get to pick how you want to get paid. We have sales pages, the entire system for every level. We have capture pages that collect emails for you. You can completely run your business by your phone. I would suggest using a laptop, though, y'all, to maybe do videos and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people do phones and stuff like that. That's great. But But I will tell you this, if I went to our yacht near Myrtle Beach for the weekend and I didn't want to take my computer and all I took was my phone, I could completely run this from my phone without a doubt. So yes, you can run it with your phone for sure. Got something in my mouth, I apologize. But at the same time, I would still say using a laptop would probably do best to at least get you set up and going. Let's put it that way. We have autoresponder emails that are effective. We have webinars on Wednesdays for members and our leads that are awesome. We have an awesome back office access to lead and member information. So my very first lead came on July 31st of 2016. And I could go back to the very first lead I ever had and tell you, did they become a member? How many people's underneath them? What level did they go to? Their phone number, their email, what kind of information, whatever information that was given to me as a lead, or when they become a member, I definitely get their phone number, stuff like that. But it's a two-way swinging door, so they have access to me as well, understand? So it's awesome. I can go back as far as my very first lead from 8 years ago, so all the lead information is there. We have lower and upper levels from $100 to $2,000 commissions. Upper levels gives you the lower levels, commissions, training, and overrides. Now, while this was scrolling earlier, I know some of y'all might have saw under the $1,000 be a $500 or maybe a $900. And what that means is somebody upgraded. Instead of going from just a G100, they wanted to go to G1000. So they paid me the difference, and that was $900. Or maybe they were G500, they wanted to go to G1000, so they paid me the difference, which is $500. And that's what the overrides are actually, that's what the gaps are in between. Overrides would be, this is terrible, y'all, listen to this. If you came in G100 and over 90% of the people come in 1,000 or higher, and the first person you put in goes G1000, the most money you can make is $100. The 900 is going to be an override, and then the 1900. So those could have been overrides either, or it could have been the person upgrading. It could be either one. So, but might have been override. So I was correct saying that. The company never holds our money ever. This is worldwide. If they can pay you, they can do this business. Most quality system I have ever used. We have an awesome leaderboard. This helps push you and lets you and your downline see the money that is being made here. This has literally a word-for-word copy and paste training, no gray areas. We have access to the owner directly and the support team manager. We have a Facebook group, support group with happy and active members. This is very, very important. If listen to this, y'all. If lower levels upgrade, they pay the difference. The best owner I have ever worked with, without a doubt. Okay. Now I give some big bonuses right here. Now this is a universal page, so I let my team use it. But again, remember, I put your first member in for you for G1000, G2000. So you're going to be qualified, and every person you put in and every commission will be yours once you come into the business. So number one, our awesome private team sales page, this alone saves you $20 right by itself. I've got Udemy sitting in the bottom. This is one of my payments of $1,253 that came through right here. 15% commissions for life. I signed up with them 10 years ago. It's pretty awesome. Never spent a dime there, yet all I've done is make money. Our Master 3-Generation bonus team training for you and your downline, over 50 videos with much more content. So that's my 3-Generation bonus training. Our private team chat for G1000, G2000 members. Matter of fact, William's in there now. Do a lot of communicating back and forth. It's been a little bit slower during the months because they know that I kind of take off a little bit from the summertime, but they know I'm back now big time. So the communication's really starting to pick back up. It'd be a perfect time for you to meet Michael and then Matthew and see us all joking and cutting up and having fun and helping each other out, y'all. So mega swipe file right here is a whole page from that. A lot of great stuff. Even this page right here. And why Exodus, y'all? You were sent $2,000 from, and this was Alpha, one of our members, because this changes lives, plain and simple, y'all. Join now and be part of our winning team. We have a cozy spot just waiting for you. I'll even save you a seat. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm one that if there was something better, I'd be doing it. I'm not, because there's nothing better than this. And I've been here for, going on 9 years for a reason. And I'm showing you, even though Powell Elite Systems is how I, brand myself into every business I've done, has helped me be #1 in the world. by doing these pages and the training pages and stuff like that, making me stand out. So I appreciate Power Elite Systems. But at the same time, if I didn't make $1 in Power Elite Systems, I wouldn't care. But how much money is Power Elite Systems helping me make inside of Exitus Elite? That's really the question right there now, isn't it? Because you saw all the scrolling for the thousands and $2,000 that's coming in. If you are ready to make life-changing income, because I can tell you right now is the time. If you watched to this far in this video, y'all, go ahead and contact me. Let's go ahead and get you in, go ahead and get you started. I'll get your page taken care of. We're going to go ahead and get you into the Facebook group. I'm welcome to congratulate you there as well. Matter of fact, let me show you real quick. This is what I do when I welcome and congratulate. There you go. Maybe the whole page will pop up. There you go. So this is Exitus Elite G1000. Look who come aboard, William Finn. That's my cat right here. And I want to tell everybody I appreciate him coming in. And y'all, that's what it looks like right here, y'all. Welcome, congratulating people. This is on my 40-foot yacht. It's me being lazy, right? You know, as a matter of fact, it's one of my happy places. Let's put it that way. Everybody posts, somebody's posting about happy place. I'm like, you know what? This is mine right here. So this is me laying back inside of our boat and enjoying it. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna bring this video to an end. Now's the time. If you didn't get that, that's the most important thing in this video. Secondly, find something you can believe in, y'all. Jump all in. Go ahead and get yourself positioned to make life-changing income. Because if you're in the life-changing income business, but you're not positioned to make life-changing income, it's not going to be life-changing for you. And that's very important. I've never gotten a business that I didn't jump in as far as I could go because I'm not going to give away commissions. It's just not going to happen. Can you imagine me not being G1000 and G2000? Can you imagine me losing all those overrides? Man, that would be pure business suicide right from the get-go. It's just common sense, y'all. So that being said, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, y'all, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and I definitely look forward to seeing you part of the team. Appreciate it.